Jin accused his staff of lying. A news outlet is spreading rumors about V's girlfriend. Jin roasts a Korean celebrity, and someone is lying. Stay tuned to learn more. Following his return from military service, BTS's Jin has launched a solo project, Run Jin, a spin-off of the much-loved BTS variety program, Run BTS. In one episode, Jin, alongside Jisuk Jin from Running Man, participated in a series of food-related games and later engaged in rebounding exercises on mini trampolines, choreographed to BTS tracks. The session was grueling, with both participants visibly exhausted. During their workout to the BTS hit Butter, Jin humorously lamented the length of the song, while Jisuk Jin shared his discomfort. Adding a twist to the workout, the staff introduced a challenge where the participant with the highest step count recorded on a pedometer would win a prize. Notably, the competition included playful cheating. Jin emerged victorious but faced a tricky choice between two envelopes. One contained a prize and the other a penalty. His luck seemed to falter, as he often ended up with less favorable outcomes in previous selections. Choosing envelope A led to the disappointment of having to continue exercising, while Jisuk Jin, who picked envelope B, relaxed with a drink. Jin humorously accused the staff of manipulating the results, claiming they scripted his misfortune. He believed he was misled by the producer's gestures, which he interpreted as helpful hints. This revelation led him to declare the entire setup as deceptive. The interaction between Jin and Jisuk Jin was lighthearted from the outset, with Jin playfully commenting on his guest's age almost immediately upon his arrival. This set the tone for a series of competitive games that escalated their rivalry. A particularly memorable moment came during a food-related guessing game. The friendly competition intensified as both stars vied for the upper hand, with Jin frequently delivering humorous jabs at Jisuk Jin's expense. In response to Jin's streak of correct answers, Jisuk Jin expressed his mock frustration humorously. The competition softened momentarily when the duo was presented with a watermelon bingsu, a popular shaved ice dessert. However, Jin's luck faltered as he drew a losing card, leaving him to watch as the prize was handed to Jisuk Jin. Undeterred and in line with his mischievous nature, Jin seized an opportunity to distract Jisuk Jin, claiming that a staff member was calling for attention. This diversion allowed him just enough time to sneak a taste of the dessert. However, his cunning move quickly backfired. The shock of the icy treat proved too much for Jin, leading to a moment of discomfort. Jisuk Jin, observing Jin's struggle, commented on the irony of his actions, questioning why Jin would resort to such tactics if they caused him such immediate regret. A writer has been embroiled in controversy within the BTS fan community. The writer authored a piece of fan fiction called Oceans, centered around Taeguk, a popular fan-made pairing of BTS members V and Jungkook. Concerns have been raised about the negative portrayal of another BTS member, Jimin, in the story. Critics argue that depicting Jimin as the antagonist has incited undue negativity towards him, resulting in backlash from fans who have called for the withdrawal of the work. Oceans is set in a fictional high school in Seoul. It follows a character inspired by BTS's V, as he navigates through both friendship and adversity. What begins as seemingly harmless interactions soon spirals into a deeper conflict, plunging V into a metaphorical dark ocean of harassment. Jungkook is portrayed as a complex character driven by a relentless pursuit of perfection, enhancing the narrative's emotional intensity. Following the backlash, the author announced on social media that the Wattpad version of the story has been removed and asked for privacy. However, the controversy has not abated as the author continues to promote a book adaptation of Oceans, with altered character names, claiming it no longer relates to BTS. Despite these changes, ARMYs have expressed ongoing discontent, noting the continued use of the Taeguk tag in promotions and the use of BTS members' images on promotional materials, which they perceive as exploiting the band's fame for personal advantage. Recently, the proprietor of Garam Coffee Roasters in South Korea shared an anecdote about a memorable visit from BTS's RM. On a post on the cafe's Instagram dated September 26th, it was revealed that RM had frequented the establishment and even autographed a coffee cup during his visit. The owner recounted that RM had praised the cafe, noting he was a regular visitor and commended the excellent service, although the owner humorously admitted to being too overwhelmed to remember to offer RM a complimentary dessert. The event has sparked enthusiasm among BTS fans, many of whom expressed their eagerness to visit the coffee shop. anticipating it becoming a popular destination for fans traveling to South Korea. Comments ranged from plans to add the cafe to travel itineraries to personal reflections about how starstruck they would feel meeting RM themselves, with one fan musing about whether they would manage to speak at all in his presence. The coffee shop's Instagram post also detailed that during RM's visit, the owner did not initially recognize him. RM, ever gracious, repeated his acknowledgement of frequenting the cafe to ensure the owner understood, highlighting his humble demeanor. The story of RM's visit and his signed coffee cup was widely shared among BTS fans online, leading some to visit the cafe and leave photo cards of RM as a gesture of appreciation. This visit is notable as RM is currently on a brief break from his mandatory military service, having enlisted on December 11, 2023, with his discharge expected by June 10, 2025. On September 25th, a discussion emerged on the Korean online forum Insteats, where a user claimed that HYBE had compelled a restaurant owner to remove autographs of BTS members Jungkook and V from their premises. This claim quickly gained attention among the forum's users. The restaurant in question was speculated to resemble one featured in the travel series Are You Sure?, which includes BTS's Jimin and Jungkook, with V appearing as a special guest in several episodes. This series is broadcast on Disney+, which holds the rights to the production, potentially complicating the legality of publicly displayed autographs from its stars. Within the framework of the entertainment industry, companies like HYBE maintain control over their artists' intellectual property, which includes signatures. This control is a standard measure to prevent unauthorized commercial use and potential forgery, which is prevalent in online markets. Despite the widespread reaction, the authenticity of the netizens' claim remained unverified as the restaurant owner did not publicly respond to the allegations. Nonetheless, the incident sparked a variety of responses from the fan community. Some expressed sympathy for the restaurant, criticizing HYBE for what they perceived as overly aggressive protection of intellectual property. Others speculated on legal reasons, such as non-disclosure agreements linked to the Disney+ series, that might necessitate such actions by HYBE. Accusations of HYBE engaging in unnecessary legal threats towards small businesses circulated among fans, alongside defensive arguments highlighting the company's need to uphold legal and contractual obligations to protect its intellectual property and prevent exploitation. This incident has highlighted the complex interaction between fan support for artists and the stringent enforcement of intellectual property rights by entertainment companies. On a recent broadcast dated September 26th, HYBE Philippines provided an update on BTS member V's physical fitness regimen, highlighting his latest gym activities shared via an Instagram story. Towards the end of the segment, the news anchor transitioned to a different topic involving Blackpink's Jennie by referring to her as V's girlfriend. This segue was meant to link V's fitness update to Jennie's anticipated solo comeback. The mention of Jennie as V's girlfriend has sparked criticism among viewers. Many viewers challenged the professionalism of HYBE Philippines, pointing out that the news outlet should not base their reports on unverified rumors circulating about the personal lives of celebrities. Since 2022, speculative stories about a romantic link between V and Jennie have circulated, fueled by supposed sightings and shared online narratives, including an incident in Paris in May 2023. Nonetheless, no official confirmation of a relationship between the two pop stars has ever been made. Critics took to social media to express their discontent, condemning the channel's approach as akin to gossip-mongering rather than responsible journalism. Accusations of unprofessionalism were rampant, with viewers decrying the use of unconfirmed information to create a narrative connection between two separate news items. Social media users emphasized that reputable news programs should distinguish themselves from tabloid-style reporting by upholding standards of credibility and avoiding the dissemination of misinformation. The audience's response underscores a broader expectation that news media should not only inform, but also maintain integrity, especially when reporting on matters involving public figures whose reputational stakes are high. Professor Kim, a renowned advocate for reading culture in South Korea and host of the YouTube channel President of Reading, recently shared insights into BTS member Jin's dedication to reading during his military service. Professor Kim, who has conducted reading programs across various military divisions, recounted his experiences at the 5th Army Infantry Division, where he encountered Jin. In a recent video, Professor Kim described an interaction during a session where Jin posed a thoughtful question about the relationship between success and happiness. This inquiry, coming from an international superstar, impressed Professor Kim, who noted Jin's attentive engagement and sincere interest in the topic. Additionally, Professor Kim mentioned a library within the division called A Library with Dreams, where he often saw Jin immersed in books, underscoring that reading is a significant part of Jin's daily routine, not just a pastime. This revelation has resonated with fans and the broader online community, who appreciate Jin's intellectual pursuits alongside his entertainment career. Fans on social media platform X expressed their admiration, noting Jin's emotional intelligence and his understated yet profound approach to personal growth and learning. They highlighted how Jin integrates reading into his life, reflecting a mature perspective and a commitment to continual self-improvement. Comments from fans and netizens emphasized Jin's humility and depth of character, illustrating a man who values knowledge and wisdom. This aspect of Jin's personality has deepened fans' respect and admiration for him, painting a picture of a multifaceted individual who balances his public persona with a grounded, introspective side. Aedor, the K-pop management company under the umbrella of HYBE and responsible for the girl group NewJeans, has officially declined to reinstate Min Hee-jin as its CEO, despite a request from the group. The agency has, however, offered her the roles of internal director and producer for NewJeans, aligning with HYBE's policy of keeping management and production roles separate. In a recent statement, Aedor announced plans to hold an extraordinary shareholders meeting to affirm Min Hee-jin's appointment as an internal director, while reiterating their inability to reinstate her as CEO. The company assured that Min's authority as NewJeans' producer remains intact, with further negotiations on her terms pending. Following this decision, Min Hee-jin promptly called for her reinstatement through a press release, emphasizing her role in ensuring the success and effective management of the artists she oversees. This decision poses significant challenges for NewJeans, which now must continue under the leadership of Aedor's new CEO, seek legal recourse for any perceived contract violations, or face a hefty financial penalty should they decide to terminate their contract prematurely to collaborate with Min externally. On September 11th, NewJeans expressed their desire for the restoration of the original structure at Aedor, with Min overseeing both management and production, to maintain harmony and avoid conflicts with HYBE. This communication from NewJeans may be a precursor to legal actions, based on stipulations in the standard contract for popular culture and arts professionals, provided by the Fair Trade Commission. This law states that any breach by either party allows for a 14-day period to rectify the breach, after which legal remedies such as contract termination or claims for damages can be pursued. NewJeans has set a deadline for HYBE's response, which aligns with this regulatory framework. Despite the potential for a contract termination lawsuit after this period, the basis of Min's dismissal alone might not suffice. Legal experts suggest that NewJeans' call for Min's CEO reinstatement could be viewed as an interference in management prerogatives, which may not hold substantial legal weight. The financial implications of terminating the contract are steep. With approximately 5 years remaining and based on Aedor's recent revenue figures, the penalty could range between approximately $225 million and $375 million. This makes the prospect of contract termination daunting from a financial standpoint. Music industry observers note that while paying the penalty might seem like a straightforward resolution, it is a significant financial undertaking. The ongoing dispute between HYBE and Min Hee-jin has escalated following recent developments. A local media outlet published an interview with Min Hee-jin on Thursday, just a day after Aedor officially declined NewJeans' plea to have her reinstated as CEO. During the interview, Min disclosed that HYBE had proposed a financial settlement through her attorney in May, intended to persuade her to resign, an offer she declined, stating her motives extended beyond financial gain. HYBE promptly denied these claims, labeling them as both astonishing and untrue, with an official statement to the Korea Herald reinforcing their position. They insisted that no such financial proposition had been made, especially not amid a dispute that has drawn public and media scrutiny. Further details emerged as Min's PR firm, McCall Consulting Group, acknowledged that not all aspects of the interview were pre-verified with Min, noting that she personally handled parts of the communications, including the direct arrangement of the interview with the media outlet. Min also criticized an internal audit by HYBE conducted in April, which she labeled as reactionary and based on incorrect data. She claimed the audit was illegitimate, carried out under false pretenses to undermine her position within the company. In response, HYBE disclosed that the audit was initiated based on various internal and external reports, and it uncovered attempts by Min and the deputy CEO to subvert the company. HYBE's statement detailed allegations against Min, citing her involvement in discussions about distancing Ador from HYBE, exploring potential investor relationships with harmful intentions, and exploiting contractual gaps affecting NewJeans members and their families. Additionally, Min contested HYBE's portrayal of NewJeans' market performance in Japan. She referred to a misstatement by HYBE to a journalist on July 18th, asserting that the group's debut album in Japan had sold only 50,000 copies, whereas it had actually received a gold record certification, signifying over 100,000 sales. Min challenged the discrepancy in figures, questioning the accuracy of the reported sales data just a day prior to the certification. HYBE countered by explaining that their communication was intended to correct an exaggerated sales report, claiming over 1 million copies sold in Japan, clarifying that the figures they provided were based on verified sales data from the Oricon charts. They emphasized the distinction in the industry between shipped albums, which the gold certification reflects, and actual sales to consumers.